What's going on, guys? Dutch Trades here with another video. Sorry guys for the inconsistency with these streams lately. I've been just super busy. I just have had a lot of homework this week. I got exams coming up for Friday here. I've just been insanely busy, so I haven't had time to hop on the stream with you guys. And yesterday I caught myself kind of not being able to post a video as well. I know it was just heartbreaking for me to not post videos. I've been on top of it, consistent with all of it, so I apologize for that. But you guys already know what it is. Thank you for all the support and all the just appreciation you guys have been showing me. I really appreciate it, guys. Make sure that subscribe button, hit that like button, and also you may notice that new join button next to my subscribe name. I do have memberships unlocked now, so if you want to join my membership and show some support to my channel for Dutch Trades here, make sure to join that button. I got 2 tier levels. If you're on mobile, the description, the link is down below. Now, guys, we're going to be getting into the nitty gritty today of how Clove went throughout the day. You guys already know yesterday we fell below that $10 range. I didn't talk about it. I didn't make a video on it. But you guys already know what it is. I don't have to make a video on it because you guys already know what happened through all of that day. And you guys are probably caught up with all the statistics from the ins and outs of all of it. So let's go ahead and talk about today's price action. Now, we did see this major dump off, dipping us right down to 9.17, pretty much right before market opening. And then we did end up bringing it up to right around 9.25-ish for the opening for today. Now, you guys see we did finish in the red, but consistently, we did close higher than we opened down, which was super huge, especially with that major dump off coming from right here. We're at 927. We were kind of consolidating pretty nicely here. And then next thing you know, we just saw these big red candles here. And then you guys know what happened during the open. We had crazy volume coming in that first 3-minute candle of about 3 million volume. Spiked us all the way up here until we tapped 958. And once we tapped 958, we were kind of just overextended here. Then bounced off of this 9.37 range. Popped us right back up to 967, which was our entry day high. Once again, overextended, bounced right off of 947 here. Try to go above and beyond it, 964, rejection up there, and then kind of just took a downturn right here as this wedge was kind of coming to a close here. Kind of went down for the worse here, but we did a very nice job of pretty much bouncing off nicely of this 936 range right here. Also went up to this 952 here, tried to take back the 95s, went down, up, down, and then ended up the day closing out at 936, down 0.36 for the day and down 3.7% for the day. And I've been hearing all this chatter of like, you know, like what's going on, Dutch, like, you know what, or like I told you so, like you bag holder, all this type of jazz, man. I keep hearing it over and over again, guys, and I know it's frustrating. I understand a lot of you have had your dollar cost per share way higher than what it is right now. Personally, mine is pretty much almost break even now on where I entered in at from the original. So I'm almost breaking even right now, which is obviously painful as my portfolio is about 4 times with Clove being about right around that $28. But I did not take profits. You guys already know I took profits of my options just because the implied volatility was crazy high. I know it's stupid for someone not to go ahead and take your options money off of that. Took my options money, threw it right back into shares. So my dollar cost average went up from about like that $8 range up to like the high 9s, mid 9s-ish areas here. So I know how you guys are feeling. I know a lot of you have been in it from the beginning, even have loaded up whenever it went down to $6, which I did. But of course, when it went up, like how it has been, I did start purchasing more, just because that FOMO starts to kick in. And then I was just waiting to see if we got some movement, some bullish momentum. And I know we've been seeing a lot of bearish momentum, but I got some great news for you guys that you're going to love to hear. I think we can expect some very bullish news here in just a little bit. Now, let's go to the Ortex numbers. Short interest change for the day was plus 2.6%. The return shares stand at 4.52 million. Borrowed shares at 5.92 million. Borrowed change currently set at 1.39 million in favor of these shares being borrowed, so borrowed shares. The current short interest of the free float stands at 36.83%. Utilization rate, look at that. It's below 100, but it is at 99.15, which is still incredibly high. Days to cover has been increasing up to 0.9, even though 7 days ago we saw at 0.96 due to just the low volume that we were seeing last week. Current short interest currently still sits at 41.39 million. Cost to borrow, this is the key thing, guys. Cost to borrow is still insanely high, and I'm going to show you why this is so important once we go over here to Fintel. Now, you guys see the short squeeze score just getting degraded just because of the bearish momentum going on here. But the short shares availability, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick. Short shares availability, we're over 1 million. And even one day and one part of the time, just an hour ago, we were over 2 million short shares available to purchase or short shares available, to borrow and stuff like that. Since we see this, like I have stated, usually how we see this with the short shares available being incredibly high, we see that cost to borrow, the short borrow fee rate decline rapidly down to like that 1 to 4%. That's just insanely low now. But let me show you what Fintel is showing for us. Look at this short borrow fee rate with 1.9 million. These are both updated at the same time here. 29.74%. The entire day, it's still been consistently above this 30% mark, right around that 30% mark. It has just been in crazy high still with the amount of short shares available. Now, why is this good news? This is insanely good news because I believe that the people, the brokers who are making these fees know that something coming. I believe that they feel like they know that there's something coming. There is going to be a massive bullish move ahead of us. And with all these bears borrowing these short shares, they're making them pay because they know just how quickly this thing could go down like this. It is going to go right back up insanely high. That is what I'm reading off of this. Usually when we have this crazy amount of short shares available to be borrowed, usually the borrow fee rate goes down rapidly as a short borrow is available, goes up rapidly. We are not seeing that. This is just new waters for us. I believe that there is something coming. I am not sure what it is. I believe it's just going to be another massive move that we're going to see here very, very shortly. That could just be my optimism to get away. But you guys let me know what you think of this. Of this short borrow fee rate being still incredibly high, these short shares available being incredibly high as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But let's also go to address some good old FUD that the hedge funds had to and just wanted to steer into our minds here. This right here is the Edgar filings. This is where the insiders and institutions of a certain company are going to have to go file this if they plan to buy, convert, or sell their stock. So we go into here, and we knew that there's going to be 2 days after it is applicable. So say Tuesday they went ahead, and that's why we saw a crazy dip off from. It's like, oh, there must have been insider selling. And I said, no, that's not what I think. That's very, very firm on the stance of I did not think there was going to be any institution selling. I didn't think it's not fundamentally right. It's not financially right for them to do it. Not necessarily because of the stock going on, necessarily with the Class B stock being 10-to-1 voting power to Class A. I see no reason why an investor, or somebody of an investor, you're an investor of a company, you got 10-to-1 voting power compared for what stock you have right now compared to the other stock you converted to. You want the one with the more voting power so you get more say of how your investment is going, and you get a say on where the company is headed and the direction it's going. I thought there's going to be no reason in the conversion. I thought there's going to be no reason in the selling. There should be no reason why that would be going on. And look at this right here. If they were bought, sold, or converted on Tuesday, we would have saw it right here on the Edgar filings. There is nothing on the Edgar filings, guys. Look at the last filing date, April 15th. And I'll even refresh it for you guys. For people who are like, oh no. And right here, Clover Health Investments, ownership, view all insider transactions. Look at this. Nothing, guys. There's absolutely nothing. And this is telling me that everybody who's invested into this stock firmly believes that this is going to exactly where their investment is playing it. And they're not fearing. A lot of them are long-term investors. There's no reason for them to see a crazy move up to $28 for them to pull out because they don't care how it goes in 2-3 months. They want 5 to 10 years. They want 10 to 20 years. They want long-term investments. There's no reason for them to pull out of this. I'll see the Edgar filings more tomorrow and see how it plays out. But I still stand by it, and I do not think we're going to see any insider transactions. And this would prove the fact that hedge funds were just completely bullshitting the whole thing and shorting it into an oblivion. Maybe just like a quick hand over fist, or just making like shares keep getting traded back and forth to decrease the price of the stock. That's what I firmly believe. But this is basically calling the bluff on all the hedge funds. And of course, you guys have the hedge funds who just have these short attacks. And once we went from like that $11 and we see we dip below $9, and that triggers paper hands, that triggers stop limits. I mean, it triggers a lot of things for people. So paper hands are getting shaken out. And I'm telling you guys, we are going to see a movement, in my own opinion. You guys already know I'm not a financial advisor. They're just my thoughts and opinions. I believe we're going to see a good movement off of these statistics. Number one, with no insider transactions going on. Number two, the short borrow fee rate's so incredibly high. It's telling me brokers know this stock can move like crazy, and they are anticipating to move like crazy regardless of how many short shares available there is on the market. And number three, guys, the short interest, guys. The community we got around this has been incredible. I don't see anybody pulling out. I see people who are just weren't committed from the start and just paper handing it, and you're going to have that. You're going to have that, guys. But that's what I firmly believe, guys. Let me know in your comments below what you're anticipating here, and like for Friday. Fridays are always weird for us anyway, but next week and the following weeks, what are you guys anticipating for us, guys? I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. I'm going to enjoy my Thursday night. Hope you guys enjoy your Thursday night as well. I should be back live streaming for tomorrow. Not 100% sure yet because my girlfriend is sick now with a fever, so I may have to be taking care of her throughout the rest of the day and tomorrow. But I will let you guys know. Appreciate all your guys' patience. Make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Join that membership if you're interested. Also, make sure to join that Clove subreddit, guys. And I will see you then. Have a great, great Thursday, everybody. Adios.